There was a point where I thought that this was a movie about a baby that learned how to drive. Thankfully, I was wrong. Hi everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to Tread Talks, where I walk on this treadmill to stay in shape while making videos for you fine people. Sometimes a really original idea for a movie will come from taking two existing genres and fusing them together in a way that's never been done before. And Edgar Wright's Baby Driver is what you would get if a getaway heist thriller married a jukebox musical and had babies with it. Every action sequence is made all the more intense by the soundtrack around which it's been choreographed. And the concept isn't just a stylistic choice, it's very much tied into the premise of the movie. The main character, named Baby, he's the driver in a series of heists led by Doc, played by Kevin Spacey. And Baby suffers from a condition called tinnitus, which means that you have a constant buzzing or ringing in your ears. And so to drown that sound out, he constantly listens to music, and we experience much of the movie through his ears. And so the music envelops every single action sequence. It sets the pace, it drives the momentum, and it inconspicuously hammers home every impact, every gunshot, every narrow escape. And the great thing about it is that half the time you don't even notice it, and you're just getting caught up in the swelling intensity. And the other half of the time, when you do notice what's happening, you sit back and you smile in appreciation for what you're seeing unfold in front of you. And in fact, this is one of the few movies this year where I just sat back and smiled at the originality and the creativity. In fact, even in the more mundane things, like where a character is giving exposition because we just need that background information, they give it to Kevin Spacey to deliver, which is great in and of itself. And then it usually ends with some sort of entertaining riff just to make it worth our while. And along those lines, the humor manages to work much more often than not. And the reason for that is twofold, I think. One is that we're not being bombarded with jokes. We're not getting one-liner after one-liner. Instead, we have moments of levity that are appropriately placed to give us a chance to smile and to catch our breath. And a lot of the time, especially in the second half of the movie, a lot of the humor stems from little throwaway pieces of information that we got earlier in the film that ends up getting paid off. And I have to give credit to the diversity of the casting in the film. You come across quite a few different people depending on which heist is being carried out, and they're all memorable. They're all jerks, but they're all memorable and entertaining jerks. Especially Jamie Foxx and John Hamm, both of which you grow to love to hate. The only ones that didn't really work for me were, on the one hand, Darling, played by Eiza Gonzalez. She's not much more than eye candy in the film. She gets maybe one scene to stand out, and even in the context of the movie, it doesn't really work. And the other performance that didn't really work for me, ironically enough, was Baby himself. I know the character's supposed to be emotionally stunted to a certain extent, and that's great for 90% of the movie, and it's right in the actor's wheelhouse. But there are some scenes where you can tell that he's supposed to be emoting, but what we get is kind of that grimace where, you're trying to go number two, but you can't. But really, the star here is the action and the way that it's been choreographed around the music. The movie keeps up an intense momentum all the way through to the end, and so I left the theater with a palpable sense that my adrenaline was up. And so I suggest, if you're going to see it on opening night, to drive home carefully, because I suspect that there's going to be a lot of people driving just a little bit faster and a little bit more recklessly than they normally do, and all of it inspired by this film. So in the end, Baby Driver is the kind of experience you get when you have a confident and creative artist guiding a film to fruition. It's thrilling, intense, fun, and one of the best action movies you'll see all year. And that's why I give Baby Driver 4.5 out of 5 stars. Okay, so that was Baby Driver. And if you go see it in theaters, leave a comment and let me know, did it get you as excited as it did me? And beyond that, if you like this video and you want to keep up with my content, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it would be great if you were a part of that group. And hit the little bell icon to be notified when a new video goes up. Beyond that, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.